Your writing inspiration isn't hiding somewhere far away. It's already built into your everyday life. You just have to learn how to notice all those story ideas that are floating all around you. You can find story ideas everywhere you look. Writing inspiration can come from a walk in your neighborhood, from paying attention to the people walking past you on the street, or sitting next to you on your commute, or even from a chat you had 5 minutes ago. Today, dear happy writer, I will show you some simple, fun ways to find writing inspiration in your everyday life and how to turn your day into a treasure hunt for book ideas. How to find writing inspiration from a walk in your neighborhood. One of the easiest and most fun ways to find writing inspiration when you feel stuck is to go for a walk in your neighborhood. But for this to really work, try leaving your audiobook at home. Instead, pay close attention to everything you see. The streets, the houses, the gardens, and even the pets. Your neighborhood is full of creative inspiration, just waiting for you to notice it. Be present, be curious, and let your imagination lead the way. One of my favorite games to play when I'm out for a walk is to come up with story ideas about the people who live in the houses I pass by. Each house has its own unique charm. That means it also has its own unique story. There's the house with a big, beautifully maintained garden with flowers of all colors. That's very different from the house with a broken fence and a lawn that hasn't been mowed in months. Who lives in these houses? What are their stories? Those tiny sparks of curiosity can turn into characters, settings, and story ideas. And before you know it, your walk in the neighborhood might just become the starting point of your next novel. How to find writing inspiration during your daily commute. Your commute can actually become your quiet, creative time. It's the time of the day when you don't have to answer your work emails or phone calls, run after the kids or the dogs, or think of house chores. You can use your commute to focus on your novel. The commute time is especially useful when you're trying to write a book while working a full-time job. And if you need more tips on how to write a book while working a full-time job, I have another video that covers this topic. One way to use your commute time to work on your novel is to actually write in your novel. But you might be too tired, or maybe you're driving and you can't write and you're not a fan of dictation. But don't worry, dear happy writer. Your commute time is not a wasted time. You can still use this time productively. Use it for a novel idea brainstorming session. Your commute can inspire both the settings and the characters of your novel. Just like with a walk in your neighborhood, your commute can offer endless ideas for locations in your stories. Pay attention to the buildings, the streets, the parks, and other landmarks you pass by. Observing your environment can help you with your world building, inspire new settings, and even spark ideas for entire scenes. And then there are the people. The people you see on your commute can spark ideas for your characters. You can imagine stories about them. Who are they? Where are they going? What are they going through? And if you use public transport, why not start a conversation with the person sitting next to you? Discover their backstory directly from them. And if you're more on the introverted side, no problem. You can let your imagination do the work and create their backstory just by observing them. Either way, when you reach your destination, you will have some fresh ideas for your characters. How to find writing inspiration by observing people. Let's continue with the people-watching habit we started in the previous point. People-watching isn't limited to your commute. You can observe people in different environments. At work, at the coffee shop, in the restaurant, at the gym. Everywhere you go, you're surrounded by people. Use them as a source of creative inspiration for your characters. Start by simply observing. What does their body language tell you? Can you guess what they're feeling just by looking at them? Notice how people walk, how they talk, how they dress, and how they interact with the people around them. Now, based on what you've observed, start creating their background stories. And if you want to have some fun with this, try imagining some funny scenarios about the people you see. Like you see a very serious person sitting in a coffee shop and reading a newspaper. Based on his concerned facial expression, you might think that he's reading the news and it's all bad. But when he puts down the newspaper, you see that he was actually looking at an ad for a course on how to become a clown. Now there's an interesting backstory to create for this person. Play with that and see what kind of funny backstories you can come up with for the people you see. Finding story ideas by watching the news. Real-world events are rich with drama and conflict, and they can provide an endless supply of ideas for your stories. The news provides inspiration for interesting settings, intriguing plot lines, and memorable characters. When watching the news, don't just focus on what's being reported. Ask yourself, what will happen next? What are the long-term consequences of this event? How would your fictional characters react if they were placed in this situation? But don't stop at just one news event. To make things even more interesting, try combining several news events into one story idea, or bring together the characters from different news stories and then place them in a completely new environment. Then let your imagination lead the way. And if you're writing sci-fi novels, then keeping up to date with the scientific news can be very helpful. Read about the new technologies being developed. Explore what-if scenarios starting from recent scientific advancements and use them to create conflict, tension, and lots of challenges for your characters. The possibilities are truly endless. And your next story idea might just be in today's headlines. Before we move on to the next point, if you're enjoying this video, then please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more tips on being a productive, happy writer. How to find writing inspiration from everyday conversations. We've talked about getting writing inspiration from conversations before when we talked about the benefits of writing in a cafe. Listening to little snippets of other people's conversations can spark all kinds of ideas for your novels. They can provide ideas for a short dialogue, a character backstory, for an interesting scene, or even the entire plot of a novel. People are very interesting, so be curious to learn from them. Whether you're starting a conversation with a stranger or talking to a coworker, a friend, or even a family member, there's always something new and interesting to discover about them. You just have to be genuinely curious to learn more about them and ask the right questions. Boring questions will lead to boring answers. No story ideas there. But when you ask more profound questions and really listen to the answers, you'll realize something beautiful. Every single person has at least one interesting story to tell and to inspire you. Before we move on to the final point, I have a question for you. What everyday place inspires you the most as a writer? Is it coffee shops, walks in the neighborhood, commuting, or is it something else? Let me know in the comments. Turning mundane routines into creative inspiration. This point isn't about how to get writing inspiration from the routine itself. It's about how these everyday tasks help the ideas flow more freely. Just think about how many story ideas come to you when you're in the shower. It's not a coincidence. It's because when you're in the shower, you're not trying to force the ideas to come. You're relaxed, your mind is wandering, and your imagination finally has space to play. And it's not just a shower. When we talked about the writing habits of prolific authors, we saw that Agatha Christie often got her ideas while taking a bath, but also while doing simple things like washing the dishes. These quiet, repetitive routines reduce the pressure of trying to come up with ideas and allow your creativity to move more naturally. So use that time like a creative meditation. Let your mind wander and follow the ideas wherever they go. Don't try to control the thoughts. Just observe them. Maybe they will lead you to your next best-selling novel. If you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy this other video on how to find writing inspiration while taking a walk in nature. Keep writing and have fun writing!